Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Today, Saturday, beautiful sunny day, working on my Acura TL, doing a full maintenance, oil change, filter, transmission fluid change, tire rotation. Also have a flat tire right there I have to fix. So let's get started. Again, this is a 2012 TL. I love this car. It's my daily driver, and every 3,000 miles I do a full motor oil, filter, all that good stuff. Every 15,000 miles I do transmission fluid. So as you can see, the car is up in the jack, just so you see the jack points. Always be safe. There is the main jack point right in the middle of the car. If you actually come out here, you see the license plate or the bumper. It's right in the middle. There's actually a middle, big middle piece or big middle bracket right there that you can lift up the car. And I just use the jack stance just to be on the safe side. I'm going to use the jack stance for the back side because I'm doing a tire rotation. So I just basically have it on the frame of the car, as you can see. Anyway, let's start doing the oil change. By the way, here is everything I have purchased for today's service. You know, I always use Mobile 1, 020, 0W20. You know, basic standard filter. I get them from Walmart. Washers. Fluid for transmission. Make sure you always use the right fluid. I get these from Acura. And of course, air filter, cabin filter, you know, basic stuff. This whole thing, I think this was like 25, 24 bucks. Like 30 bucks combined. That's another 40 bucks. Total of $80 to do this complete fluid change. And as I mentioned, I'm going to do a tire rotation and a flat tire that I have back there. All right, let's do this. Try to always replace these washers. This is the old one. You may not see it in the camera, but it looks flat. Much flatter than this one. Let's get a new washer. And just wanted to show you guys where the oil, motor oil or engine oil is located where the screws are. As you can see, even says it, engine oil right there. And transmission is right across from it, which is that bolt right there. We're gonna get to that once I pour out the fluid out. So this is almost done. And one easy thing as far as getting access to the oil filter is to take the tire out, because it's right there. It's so much easier to get to it than when you're under the car. I mean, I have done it without taking the tire out, but since I'm doing tire rotation, I may as well, you know, just take care of this filter very quick. All right, I'm gonna get more tools and get that oil filter out. One basic and important item about the oil filter, make sure when you take it out, the washer is attached to it. This washer sometimes gets stuck inside the location where you twist this air filter in, and when you put the second one, it may fit, but it's gonna create a gap and a leak later. Make sure this washer is always with the filter. Don't leave it behind. So we already took the filter out. I'm just gonna wait a few more minutes to for the oil to completely drain, and then just gonna close it up, put a new filter back in there, and pour oil or fill up the engine with oil with my Mobile 1, full synthetic. The car has 100,000 miles on it, and I change the oil every 3,000 miles. And we're gonna do the transmission next. All right, next important thing when you put the new oil filter in, make sure you lubricate the rubber seal around it. So I just pretty much use the same oil that's in my bucket. And just gonna put it back in. All right, let's put the filter back in. Gonna tie it a little bit more and close the nut at the bottom and pour more oil back in there. All right, so quick tip as far as you just need a 10mm socket wrench for the engine fluid. That's easy. But for the transmission, it's a little bit trickier. If you don't have the proper tool or proper socket, I'm just using this, and I will show you the bolt. This end goes inside. This is just an extension. I'm just going to use this end to go inside the bolt with, and this piece, of course, goes there. Just so you know, that's basically that's the trick to unbolt the transmission fluid. And I will show you the transmission fluid bolt again. Let me see if I can get in there. All right. Okay. As you can see, there's that square inside the bolt. That's where that extension goes in. Just gonna unscrew the bolt, drain the fluid, and move to the top, and start pouring fluid on top, both for transmission and engine. Engine is fairly simple, straightforward. Transmission, you need to have a very long socket wrench because there's also a bolt on top. So let's do this. All right, so the most important part about the transmission fluid replacement or fluid drain, this car has two bolts. One at the bottom. Is not like the engine oil. With the engine oil, you only open up one bolt at the bottom. With transmission, you have to open up two. There is one on top, which I'm going to show you exactly where is it located because there is hardly any information about that bolt. It's basically, that's how you pour fluid back into the transmission. Now we'll show you what tools to use because it's in a very difficult place. Now, of course, the bottom one, which is the drain plug. So here we go. This is the location. I'm going to put a flashlight for you guys to see, just to make things easier. And on top of this bolt, there are three letters on top of it. It says ATF. So as you can hopefully see, I removed these two hoses. You see these two hoses right there? This one and that one, I removed them from the white bracket so I have more room to move them to put my wrench or my extension right there. But the bolt is basically between those two hoses. Let me zoom in. That's where the bolt is, and it says ATF right on top of it. I'm going to see if I can, here maybe I can do it on the side right there. The bolt is right there. It's weird, it's right under the, let me get the camera in. I really like for you guys to see where this damn bolt is located because it's kind of important. It's right there. And it's right there. It says ATF on it. You see ATF? That's the right bolt to open up, for you guys to open to pour transmission fluid into your transmission. It's right under these two hoses. Extension to that 60 millimeters, so you can just kind of get it all the way up here and be able to release it. So I'm gonna put the camera down, get the tools, be right back. All right, I'm back. As you can see, that's the extension that I put in. Correction on the bolt size is 17, not 16. My apologies, is 17 millimeter. That's the one that's going down there. Just need more or better lights. Here we go. It's, there it is. $17 millimeter, and this long extension. All right, the bolt is out. This is the bolt on top of the transmission. As I mentioned, it says ATF on it. That's the washer for it. We'll replace the washer. And now we're going to go under the car and drain the oil. This is the key. Make sure you open up the right bolt. All right, the bottom bolt is open. Currently it's draining, so I'm going to give it a few minutes for it to fully drain and clean up the mess, and come back. One item I like to mention: if you don't want to deal with a messy floor and having a couple of pans at the bottom for draining the transmission fluid, make sure to remove that plastic piece that covers the transmission at the bottom. I didn't do that. I thought, the bolt is accessible, so I don't need to do it. But just make sure you have a couple of pans under, otherwise it's just gonna drain into the plastic pan at the bottom cover, and then make a mess on the floor. But yeah, I'm just draining the fluid. Before you do this work, make sure you turn on your car for at least 10 minutes. You want to make sure the fluid is kind of warm so it will drain easily. You don't want to do it when the engine is cold. And that's pretty much it. I'm just going to close it all up and show you, the type of funnel I'm using to pour transmission fluid in there. And that's pretty much it. Be right back. Alrighty, while we are waiting for the fluid to drain, I replace the air filter. Get a socket. It's an 8 millimeter, but I'm just going to get an extension. Going to use the same extension as I used down under the car for the transmission fluid bolt. There are 4 bolts you have to open. Alrighty. not coming out, this one, for some reason. Finally. All right, filter is dirty. It's dirty, but it's not too bad. I don't see any. What's inside looking? On the blow inside, I see some leaves and stuff, but I will do another video on how to clean the engine. I have to do a clean engine, clean up this engine and the car itself, but for now it's perfect. Let's put the new filter. I just use this brand, nothing fancy. I think they're going for like $10. I don't think you guys should spend more than that. I changed, like I said, I changed the fluid and everything else every 3,000 miles. So make sure it's properly sitting in, all corners. And just kind of push this on top of it. Here we go. Perfect. I didn't touch the airflow sensors or anything. Simple. That part is done. We're going to do the air cabin filter next. Air cabin filter. It's in here in the glove department. So let's take the junk out of here. Make sure you read all these books. Very helpful. There we go. Just push it out. Okay. Go 2 pins on each side. Let me get a flathead. Okay, you see these 2 pins? You're gonna have to push them in. You have to push these 2 pins inside, one on each side, and pull this out. That's where the cabin filter is. And it's very dirty. Crap. All right, just make sure you put the new one exactly the way you took the old one out. The airflow is basically right here. sure you pay attention to this. Just going to replace the filter, put a new one in. Be right back. This is the cabin filter that I bought for this car. Again, it's another 10, 12 bucks, maybe even less. But the cool thing about this cabin filter, I've never seen any box or cabin or any filters or any boxes for, you know, parts, car parts related, that they would actually explain. There are instructions in the back how to replace your cabin filter. This is amazing. I've never seen it, you know, I've never seen it on any boxes or any parts that I have purchased for my cars. Even give you more information on top as far as Honda, Acura, Goodyear. Again, this is a 2012 TL technology package, so pretty cool that it's you know, it's all right there. You don't even need to watch this video. Just get the box and you can easily fix it or repair, you know, replace the damn filter. Anyway, this is the new one. Let's see what the filter looks like. Old filter, new filter, goes back in the same way I took it out. And let's put it back in the car. All right, just push this in and push the bracket or whatever this shelf is. Looks like a shelf. Yep, snapped in. That's it. Put the valuable books back in there. These are very important to have, keep, read. Especially when you want to sell your car, you definitely want to have those books. All right, this part is done. Looks like fluid is completely drained, so I'm just gonna go ahead and close up the bottom bolt, pour fluid on top. All right, it's time to fill up the engine. Make sure you put the right model type oil into your car. Pay attention to this sign right there. 0W20, 0W20. It's up to you if you want to use Mobil 1 or any other brand. Who cares, as long as you change it every 3,000 miles. So we're gonna put the camera down and do this somehow. Let's go at this angle. Funnel. Let's do it this way. I use the full, I use the entire 5-gallon. I don't leave anything behind. Or 5 quarts. Nice and clean. Let's now check out the oil level. As you can see, it's right at, it's right there. Just clean it a little bit. Do it again. Yeah, this is a good place. You want it to be around here because the engine is turned off, so when you turn on the engine, it's going to move up a little bit. So perfect. That's done. This is done. So now we're going to go to do the transmission. I have a long funnel there, nothing special about it, you know, just a tiny long funnel going down there. Let me turn the lights on so you can see. Just, you know, put the right funnel down there into that hole and put the right hole in there. Very, very important. Make sure you get the right fluid. Acura transmission fluid. I spilled a little bit here. Last one, number 4. Four quarts comes out, 4 quarts goes in. All right, that's it. So there is a dipstick for transmission fluid check, which is located right there. This is the engine. That's the transmission dipstick. So let's check it out. Let's clean this first. All right, let's try it again. Okay. Bring it out. As you can see, perfect. Close to the second hole. 4 quarts comes out, 4 quarts goes in. Don't pour or don't put more than 4 or less than 4. Okay. Trying to see. Alright, so this is how you put this thing in, back in there. Make sure you put it properly back in. What am I looking at? Here we go. Yeah, there are some plastic edges that needs to go. Let me adjust the camera again. Here we go. You see those two edges that are on the around the plastic that are open, needs to go this way where the metal edges are at on each side. Make sure you position this properly because it's stupid. This is a very stupid design. If you don't do it right, this is not going to sit right. You want to avoid from things to go into your transmission, you know, dust, dirt, whatever, water, fluid. Anyway, oops, sorry. That's the proper way to do it. Where is the, here we go. And then you just push it in. All right, well, that's it, folks. I hope you like this DIY video. Again, $100 and complete service. For another 3,000 to 4,000 miles. Again, I daily drive this car, so I want to make sure it's fully serviced. Next is tire rotation, which I don't need to show this to you guys on a video. Basically, I'm just going to lift up the back of the car and rotate the tires. Simple as that. And this is it for now. I will have more videos of my cars, doing DIYs, basic service, things that you can do at home. If you like these type of videos, please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time, or I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.